If SpaceX cracks 135 tomorrow, the stock is going to tank. In this video, I'm going to give you my full analysis why, plus Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, gold, and Bitcoin. Lots to do. Let's go ahead and get started. For my analysis, I'm using the 30-minute and the Heikin Ashi paired with the MACD. The Heikin Ashi gives me a much better view of directionality and momentum. Here's your candlestick. Here's your Heikin Ashi. Candle, Heikin Ashi. Hopefully, you can also see the difference. I'm pairing this with the MACD, which is just a wonderful momentum indicator, and I found that both Tesla and SpaceX work really great on the 30-minute with the MACD. From all of our trading, testing, everything, it shows that when the MACD is crossed the bulls and trending up, we're more likely to get more bullish momentum. When the MACD, however, is trending down, like this, we're more likely to see larger bearish cycles and smaller bullish ones. So now that you know that, where would you say we are right now with the MACD on the 30-minute? Would you call this bullish or would you call it bearish? Well, it looks like it's crossing over to the bears. And for that reason, I'm going to start my analysis today by seeing what would happen if we cracked $130 tomorrow. I could just zoom in here and say, there's your trend line support. We're currently sitting right on it right now. The MACD on the 30-minute is just crossing over. If this baby cracks 135 tomorrow, we're coming down to retest $130 as the next major support. Now, 130 has been support for a while. Going all the way back here for the last few trading sessions, 130 has been a very strong support. That's where I'd expect the stock to go if we cracked 135 right here tomorrow. Now, I'm a big fan of creating if-then scenarios, taking a more programmatic approach to my trading. So I want to look at both sides of this. Here's what I'm watching to the upside. If I go to the daily chart, I can see that we essentially formed a compression candle. Now tomorrow, because the daily MACD is still bullish, tomorrow if we get above and stay above 138, there is a shot that this stock could come back up to new swing highs. So let's zoom back into the 30. I want to show you exactly what I'm seeing right now. Check this out. Okay, so we've got a strong support coming in. I'm going to get rid of the 130 support here. I'm going to come all the way down. So we've got this very interesting kind of upward momentum happening in SpaceX, right? And if this thing breaks to the upside, here's the next channel I'm watching, okay? So if we can get above and stay above this 138, I'm watching a move to 150, 160, or maybe even $170. So again, my make or break levels to the upside is getting above and staying above 138, very bullish all the way to 145, 150 and above. Cracking 135 tomorrow to the downside, again, I'm watching $130. My main mechanism is going to be watching this MACD right here on the 30-minute, plus what color and directionality these momentum candles are on the Heikin Ashi. They're working wonders right now for these big, nice looping cycles. They're also working great for Tesla. Check this out. Last week I had shared we had just a tremendous up move from 340 all the way to 366. That was paired again with a wonderful MACD cross. Check this out, folks. You had a big MACD cross, big fat cycle. We moved up about 20 points here. Then this morning, the MACD crossed back to the bears. We had a big cycle to the downside. We're still inside that cycle now. This is so popular and it works so well here with Tesla and SpaceX. I really wouldn't want to bet against the 30-minute MACD and the 30-minute Heikin Ashi. You're asking for trouble. So what I'm watching for next on is a potential bounce on the trend line as it comes into this support over the next couple of days, right here around $345 to $350. But what I'm going to need to see for that is I'm going to need to see this Heikin Ashi go from red back to green, and I'm going to need to see this 30-minute MACD go from bearish back to bullish. If it doesn't, and if it stays bearish, I'm expecting further decline in the stock. It's a really, really easy mechanism, and if you're trading this, you're able to capture $5, $10, $15 moves every day to two. So a wonderful swing trade, day trade combination. Okay, so here's what I'm watching here next in Apple. Apple made a really interesting move today. Very nice 30-minute MACD cross. This was worth a few dollars this morning. However, it looks like, again, it's rolling back over to the downside. It's a little easier to see this on the daily. Check this out. Come to the daily. We've got a doji here. This is a sign of compression, a sign of indecision. The MACD is also going completely sideways. When was the last time you saw the MACD behave like this? It almost crossed the bulls, failed, went sideways, and now it's basically pinching. It's forming compression. Now, Apple is an interesting one right now because it's essentially moving inverse the market. The Qs were down, Apple was up. I'm going to look for this kind of pattern to continue. So for Apple specifically, here's what I'm watching. If it can get above and stay above 313.5, I'm watching a move to 315. I know it's small, but then 320 right after that. If it cracks 310 to the downside, I'm watching for a move to 305. That's why these dojis are so good. It's a compression moment, and you can watch for a break in either direction. Both sides are essentially tradable. You can use the opposite side for your stop, which is really nice. Now, two things that have been absolutely, hugely, enormously breaking out to the upside is GLD and Bitcoin. These are things we've been covering for the last 10 days or so. Holy cow, they've been super bullish. Let's go ahead and take a look at GLD. As I had shared before, as long as this stays above $400, gold is bullish. I also shared a really easy daily gauge, daily question that you could ask yourself to see if we still have bullish momentum. Are we making new daily highs today? Are we closing at new daily highs today? That's it. And if you have those two things, yes, we have ongoing bullish momentum. The other thing that's interesting to me is, check this out. A lot of these days are happening in gaps, which means we go up, we gap. We go up, we gap, we gap, we gap. This is accumulation in my eyes, and I think we might have a little bit more to run. Here's what I'm watching in next for gold. Right around 434 to 437 would be the next target for gold. If you're still long, stay long until we fail to make new daily highs. We're seeing almost an identical pattern here in Bitcoin. I'm using GBTC, which is the ETF that we use to track it. Again, same pattern. We're gapping, we're gapping, we're gapping. One thing to note, these gaps are getting a little bit smaller. And as of right now, it looks like we've just about filled that gap right there. What a tremendous run here. We've moved from $48 all the way to a whopping 61 and change. Just a tremendous move. Now, for the last week or so, I've been highlighting the daily with the Heikin Ashi paired with the MACD. And I know I feel like a broken record here, but the MACD is such a powerful indicator depending on your trading velocity of how often you like to trade, whether it's the 5-minute, the 30-minute, the daily, or even the weekly. It works really great across all time frames. And what you might find is that when the weekly is crossed to the bulls on the MACD, you're going to get larger daily crosses, which means you're going to get larger 30-minute crosses, larger 5-minute crosses. It works perfectly across time frames. That little trick took me 18 years and has been responsible for millions of dollars of profits for our clients. So you might want to write that one down. Now, the MACD specifically on Bitcoin has been working so well. I'm going to open this up. I know I've been doing this a lot, but we're going to open our strategy builder here. You can click here. Check this out. We're going to open up ADX, Bollinger Band, DMI, Heikin Ashi, Keltner Channel, Parabolic SAR, Stochastics. Again, we want to backtest the MACD. Check this out. The MACD has been working so well. Look at this green line. It's curling up to the upper right of the channel. Very, very strong. But again, I want to highlight the tremendous risk reward of the MACD with this ETF. 30% average gain, 8% average loss, tremendous risk reward here of 3.5. That means your average gain is 3.5 times larger than your average loss. And that's a strategy worth paying attention to. Last ticker of the day, we're going to take a look at Nvidia. You can see it here. MACD on the daily is bearish. You don't want to bet against the MACD. It's cycling down. We've got earnings coming up. It's still bearish, right? And it looks like we're coming in potentially to 205 to fill the gap. Pay attention to the Heikin Ashi and the MACD. The combination just works. Hey, if you like this video, give us a follow. I'll be producing more like this just about every single day. This is Michael Lamar from Wall Street IO, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.